I'm Melinda Condon, Executive Director of the Pennsylvania News Media Association Foundation. Welcome to our online celebration of the 2021 Keystone Media Awards, where we honor the best of Pennsylvania's print, digital, and broadcast journalism produced in 2020. And what a year 2020 was. Amazing work was produced by news companies across Pennsylvania during the most uncertain and challenging of times. Vital, informative, life-saving, and often life-changing, emotional, earth-shattering news was shared, whether it was about the COVID-19 pandemic, the presidential election, racial protests, or a township meeting, high school football game, or local first responders and healthcare workers. Pennsylvania news companies covered it, explained it, and helped their readers and communities to understand and to be informed. More than ever, their work was award-winning. Dating back to the 1950s, the Keystone Media Awards reinforce excellence by individuals in the news profession by recognizing journalism that consistently provides relevance, integrity, and initiative in serving readers and faithfully fulfills its First Amendment rights and responsibilities. Further, the Keystone Media Awards stimulate journalists to improve their craft and ultimately improve their community. 2 years ago, the Keystone Press Awards were merged with the PAPME News Excellence Awards, including the AP Broadcast Awards, and were renamed the Keystone Media Awards. The P&A Foundation manages the contest, and this year we received nearly 2,600 entries from 117 different news organizations. Entries were judged by the New York Press Association with first, second, and honorable mention awards presented in each category as determined by the judges. News companies accumulating the highest total points in each division, including print, digital, and broadcast, are recognized as sweepstakes and outstanding news operation winners. Lists of all winners across the 7 newspaper and 4 broadcast divisions are available for review on the P&A website. Through this video, we are sharing the top winners. While the overall winners are specific to their divisions, special awards are selected across all divisions. As the First Amendment is the foundation and strength of outstanding journalism, we'll start with 2 awards recognizing efforts to defend it and freedom of the press. The John V. R. Bull Freedom of Information Award is named in honor of the retired Philadelphia Inquirer editor, who was also a founding member and leader of the First Amendment Coalition. This award honors a journalist or news organization for exceptional work advancing or upholding the cause of freedom of information. The 2021 Bull Award is presented to Eric Mark, James Halpin, and Dave Janowski of the Citizens Voice, Wilkes-Barre, for the death of Shaheen Mackey. Although the county coroner ruled Shaheen Mackey's death was due to natural causes, Mackey had died after being restrained, muzzled, and tasered by guards at the Luzerne County Correctional Facility in 2018. 2 years later, the county reached a $3 million settlement with his family. Digging into personnel records, the Citizens Voice determined guards involved in Mackey's case left the county payroll after the county council reviewed prison surveillance videos of the incident. The paper filed right-to-know requests for those videos but was denied access. One of the videos was eventually posted to social media, and the Voice obtained additional videos and reports that called the county's version of Mackey's death into question. Despite the coverage, a series of pointed editorials, and a federal review, no charges have ever been filed.
Hello, I'm Dave Janowski. I'm the managing editor of the Citizens Voice in Wilkes-Barre. I'd like to thank the Pennsylvania News Media Association and the judges for naming the Citizens Voice the winner of the John V. R. Bull First Amendment Award for our coverage of the death of Shaheen Mackey. Winning this prestigious award in competition with much larger news organizations across the state is a real testament to the talent of our hardworking and dedicated staff. I'd also like to thank the family of Shaheen Mackey, who died after being restrained and repeatedly tased while being held in the Luzerne County Prison. Without their commitment to seeking justice in this case and their refusal to sign a non-disclosure agreement, we would have never been able to show our readers the reality of how inmates, and particularly black inmates, are treated in our prison system. So once again, we thank the Mackey family and we send them our condolences, and thank you.
Winners of the Broadcast First Amendment Award demonstrate a news organization's ability to fulfill its public service role and to overcome obstacles in gathering information vital to a free society. This year's winners, Holly Harrer, Jenny McCain and Eric Marshall of WFMZ-TV Allentown were recognized for their report on a local rally where Second Amendment rights were being celebrated while First Amendment rights were not. Organizers closed the event to the media, where hundreds of gun rights activists and Trump supporters attended to hear from Mark and Patricia McCloskey, the St. Louis couple known for grabbing their guns during Black Lives Matter protests outside their home. For our first sweepstakes recognitions, we begin with Division 7, niche publications of all sizes. As mentioned earlier, one news organization is recognized in each division for receiving the most points in that division. This year, the Pittsburgh Business Times is celebrated in Division 7. For TV stations licensed to cities in the Philadelphia and Pittsburgh markets, KDKA-TV Pittsburgh is recognized.
When 2020 began, little did any of us know what the year had in store. But here at KDK, we met the challenges head on. From COVID-19 to Black Lives Matter and unrest in downtown Pittsburgh following the death of George Floyd, to a presidential election like none before. In the midst of all that, we still found time for hard-hitting investigations.
In the wake of the stunning allegations that he called a black woman juror Aunt Jemima and mused about her, quote, baby daddy dealing drugs, there are calls tonight for Judge Tranquilli's swift removal.
The number of open facilities keeps shrinking. The wait lists to get a vent bed keep growing. Of the 627 nursing homes across the state of PA, only 24 provide ventilator care.
To dig deep into standout enterprise reporting.
Particulate pollution and sulfur dioxide emissions from the Clairton Coke Works pose health threats linked to asthma, cancer, and stroke.
When this air kills me, who are they going to charge with murder?
It's like your heart has been snapped in half, and it will never go back together again.
For more than half her life, Janice McKinney has been searching faces, searching for her daughter, Cherry Mahan.
It's a torment. I've been tormented since the day she was taken. Is she alive? Is she not alive?
To tell unique feature stories.
So how are we all doing?
This is Ricardo's crew. They're residents of Terrace Place at Vincentian, a new independent living community for seniors and for some students from nearby La Roche University. Weird, right? And to launch 2 new programs geared specifically toward our sports-loving city in a time when the unifying love of sports was so desperately needed.
Terry, what the heck's been going on? What are you doing to keep sane? Oh man, I tell you, Bob, I'm on a ranch, so I have the luxury of getting out of the house and not seeing anybody.
Whether we're on TV, online at kdka.com, or streaming at CBSN Pittsburgh, KDKA is always on because we know our viewers depend on us and expect more from KDKA.
For small market TV stations licensed outside of the TV1 market, WHTM TV Harrisburg is honored.
Hi, I'm Olivia Dangler, News Director at WHTM ABC 27 News. I could not be more proud to accept the award for Outstanding News Operation on behalf of my incredible team. This past year was truly a test of newsrooms across the country. A pandemic, police-involved shootings, racial protests, a presidential election, a tumultuous transfer of power, and through it all, the ABC 27 News team served our community with tenacity, grit, resilience, and compassion. A lot of awards tend to recognize the big, showy projects, statewide town halls, live congressional debates, on-air and digital content specials, and yes, we did all of those things. But to me, what really makes this ABC 27 News team outstanding is the compassion in telling stories of struggle and loss, the dedication to finding answers for those who need help, the voice given to Pennsylvanians demanding to be heard, the ability to find and spread hope when we need it most, and the determination to put aside their own uncertainty and show up every single day for the community they serve. It's no doubt our jobs as journalists has never been more important. My thanks and congratulations go out to all the journalists in the Commonwealth, and especially to those with the amazing ABC 27 News team. It was a tough year, and your hard work has not gone unnoticed, and I could not be more proud of you.
From staff awards to individual recognitions, we now move to distinguished awards for writing, photography, and video. Each winner receives an engraved award as well as a $500 cash prize. The purpose of the Distinguished Writing Award is to showcase quality writing. The winner of the 2021 Distinguished Writing Award is Barbara Laker of the Philadelphia Inquirer.
I want to thank you so very much for this Distinguished Writing Award. I am beyond flattered. I also want to thank the wonderful Salt of the People Earth who shared their lives, struggles, and hopes with me. There were the undocumented domestic workers who lost their jobs and income, a move that chiseled away at their belief in the American dream. There were the people of one block on South Beechwood Street in South Philadelphia who showed us America at its best. They fought death, illness, and unemployment as one and showed us that to struggle together makes us stronger and better. And there was Preston Griffin, the body collector. He hardly ever slept because his job was to pick up bodies at homes, hospitals, and nursing homes. Countless times every day, he encountered people in their darkest hours. He wore a suit and treated loved ones with dignity and respect. I couldn't write a single story without these people who trusted me and opened up to me. They are the heart of America. We can learn from them. We can be better people because of them. So thank you and the people behind the stories for helping us believe in humanity in one of the most difficult years of our lifetime.
The Distinguished Photography Award honors Paul Vathis, the late Pulitzer Prize-winning AP photographer from Pennsylvania. The award recognizes one photographer whose portfolio of published photography shows the strong journalistic instinct, all-purpose skills, and dedication that were the hallmarks of Paul Vathis's 56-year career. Our 2021 winner is Stephen Falk of the Philadelphia Inquirer.
I'd like to thank the Pennsylvania News Media Association Foundation for honoring me with this year's Paul Vathis Memorial Photography Portfolio Award. I'd also like to thank my editors at the Philadelphia Inquirer, Frank Visa and Denise Keenan, for helping me throughout the year. I really am so taken back by the fact that Paul Vathis was such a mentor for me. Back in early in my career, I covered a bunch of years of car races with Paul, and I really had so much respect and really looked up to him. This is a very special award for me, and thank you so much.
The Calkins Family Distinguished Video Award recognizes the best use of video by an individual. Judges considered content and production quality as well as the value, creativity, and impact of the videos. Lauren Schneiderman of the Philadelphia Inquirer is honored.
I am honored to be presented with this year's Calkins Distinguished Video Award. First, I would like to thank my editors, Denise Keenan and Frank Visa, for always supporting me and supporting my ideas. I want to thank the people that have let me into their lives to share these stories and that allow me to share stories of the region every single day. Thank you for trusting me with your stories. Thank you for opening your hearts and minds to me. It's an honor to tell them, and I'm just so glad I get to share them with all of you. Thank you.
Returning to Sweepstakes Awards, we recognize the Bethlehem Press as the winner in Division 6, weeklies under 6,000 circulation.
Welcome to Bethlehem. I'm George Taylor, editor of the Bethlehem Press. All of us at the Press want to thank the Pennsylvania News Media Association Foundation for this honor, and I want to thank the wonderful people I get to work with that's made this possible. One of the first things I say to anyone interested in working for our weekly is this: I hope you have a day job. I want prospects to know that they are not going to support themselves on what a weekly newspaper pays. I suppose that does scare some people away, but those who stay because they have a genuine interest in serving their community. Of our Keystone entries, 7 of the 9 involve stringers. Paul Willestein and Dave Rowe are staffers. Paul's work on the lifestyle entertainment beat is first rate, and Dave's page designs are always eye-catching. Lanny Goins won a Keystone last year for her column, Mama's Musings. This year, she's recognized for a series of articles on the pandemic's effect on local businesses. Chris Herring won 2 Keystones, one for a feature on a Lehigh Valley woman who organized a massive mask-making effort, and the other for exploring the negative effects of the state's loosened fireworks laws. Dennis Glue is recognized for his story about a disabled local resident who found joy in being able to go ice skating. Mark Curlin is recognized for his photo essay on a student workshop run by Disney on Ice performers. And Ed Currier is honored again this year for his excellent editorial cartooning skills. Of all these awards, the one that I'm proudest of is the one for diversity. First of all, because it's a team project. Stories by Douglas Graves, Dana Grubb, Dorothy Glue, Lonnie Goins, Tim Healy, and Nate Yastrzemski, my editorial assistant, explored the wonderful diversity of this city. Our entries included stories about the Dr. Martin Luther King Day coverage, stories on Three Kings Day, protesting racism, and Bethlehem's first female police chief. The second reason is that Bethlehem is a city that celebrates diversity. Unfortunately, we live in times when diversity is not always welcome. Here it is. So thank you, Foundation. Thank you, staffers. Thank you, stringers. Thank you, Bethlehem, for being a great place to edit a newspaper. We want to dedicate our Sweepstakes Award this year to Carol Gorney. She is a former Keystone winner and a wonderful stringer who passed away in early June. We will miss her greatly.
For weeklies over 6,000 circulation, the Burgh, Harrisburg, garners the Sweepstakes Award. Returning to individual awards, we are delighted to present the Emerging Journalist Award sponsored by the Lenfest Institute. This award encourages talented young journalists to continue in their careers and is open to professional journalists with 2 years or less experience. Juliet Ryle of Public Source Pittsburgh is recognized with an engraved award as well as $500.
I'm Juliet Ryle, reporter for Public Source. I am so honored to accept the Emerging Journalist Award. I want to thank the whole team at Public Source for supporting me and providing me opportunities to grow. I also want to thank PNA and the Lenfest Institute for investing in emerging journalists. As we all know, journalism can be a daunting and difficult field to break into, especially these days. So I'm grateful for the encouragement to keep at it and continue reporting stories that matter to Pennsylvanians. Thank you.
The Public Notice Award recognizes excellence in journalism that draws reader attention to public notices. The winning entry from Pennsylvania will be entered into the national competition to vie for the national award of $500 in conjunction with the Public Notice Resource Center. For the 8th year in a row, Jim Lockwood of the Times-Tribune, Scranton, receives this award.
$40 million in county bonds. Notices of school borrowing. $5, $6, and $14 million. A hearing on declaring a missing person dead. The person presumably has been murdered. Applications for pardons. Potential data breaches. Amending the state constitution. An election proclamation of candidates and polling places. Class action lawsuit on shoreline easements. The annual tax sale list. Ordinance regulating feral cats. City budget hearings and capital budget. FCC notice on a TV station's ownership. A liquor license transfer. County salary board hearing. Cell phone antennas. Incorporations of new businesses. A deemed approval by a landowner countered with a no deemed approval by the township. Gas and water company rate changes. Demolition of hazardous buildings and appeals of demolitions. Repairing stained glass windows on historic City Hall and improving a public safety building. A bank merger. Long-range transportation and rail plans. School busing contract. Online learning platform. Environmental cleanup. School tax lawsuits. Stormwater and flood mitigation projects. River quality and air pollution. Abandoned mine land reclamation project. Zoning for a boarding house proposal. Recycling. City computer systems and fixing a pool. Filling a vacancy on an ethics board. Delinquent garbage fees. Federal block grant funds. Petitioning court for approval for a tax. Thank you very much. I could go on.
The Diverse Journalist Award recognizes a talented journalist of a diverse background for outstanding contributions to their newsroom. Along with an engraved plaque, the winner receives a $500 cash award sponsored by the Lenfest Institute. We are pleased to present this award to Anneli Betancourt, LNP, Lancaster. In Anneli's words, I am grateful and honored to have been selected to receive the Lenfest Institute Diverse Journalist Award. Thank you, Pennsylvania News Media Association Foundation, for the unexpected recognition and validation of my work. I would also like to thank the editorial team at LNP Lancaster Online for their shared sense of responsibility to tell stories effectively, for believing and investing in me in ways that have made this achievement possible. Most importantly, I am grateful for the opportunity to reach our readers every week with stories that matter to them, stories that empower them and lead to stronger relationships and better journalism. That is what motivates and inspires me to keep writing. For Division 4, multi-day publications under 10,000 circulation, our sweepstakes award winner is the Sentinel, Carlisle.
You might say that 2020 was a bit of a year. When the COVID-19 pandemic hit in March 2020, the newsroom fell silent as reporters, editors, and photographers began working from kitchen tables and home offices to continue to deliver vital news to the residents of Cumberland County.
We're a small staff, and the past year put a strain on everything we do in so many ways. The COVID-19 pandemic has changed life for everyone, and it changed how we provide the news. But each person here adapted along the way, and we found new ways to communicate and to report. These awards help validate the effort everyone put in to help provide the community news and coverage we think is vital to Carlisle and Cumberland County. We're Very proud of the Sweepstakes Award. It's a team award, and that reflects the way everyone here works together to provide the quality local journalism that helped our communities navigate through this ongoing pandemic, ongoing racial injustice issues, the fiery election season, and everyday community news.
With circulation of 10,000 to 19,000, the York Daily Record Sunday News is the winner of the Division III Sweepstakes Award.
Sorry about that. I seem to have been on mute. Hi there. My name is Randy Parker. I'm the executive editor of the York Daily Record, and today it is my honor to accept the Division III Sweepstakes Award on behalf of our staff. This has been a remarkable year for journalists. Can you turn off the vacuum cleaner? Can you turn off the vacuum cleaner? I'm doing a thing here. Just not right now. Thanks. I'm sorry about that, folks. As I was saying, despite the hurdles of the pandemic, reporters such as Dylan Siegelbaum and Neil Strebig still pursued deep investigative work. Hold on. I'm sorry. No, I don't need to take that right now. And Kim Strong showed us who was really in those so-called militias showing up at rallies across the state. And Candy Woodall kept us apprised of every crazy detail in the final hours of Pennsylvania's presidential vote count, and now we've got the leaf blower going outside. But we've also had... Let me close it. I just need to close this window and tell you about how Jasmine Von Hall shared her personal insights gained as the daughter of Black police officers. Frank Bodani introduced us to a former Penn State football great who's slowly succumbing to Lou Gehrig's disease. Jeannie, can you get the dog, please?
Yeah, I'm working too.
Can you? Hold on. I'll be right back. Just shut up. Just not now. Shh. Okay, sorry about that. I just wanted to say thank you to the judges for recognizing the terrific work of photographers like Paul Cannell and Cameron Clark and Dan Rainville, who captured so many aspects of life in stills and video. And that would be my brother-in-law, Jim. Hey, Jimbo, don't you think it's about time to put some pants on there, buddy?
You too, my friend.
So there it is. Just a quick thanks to everyone at PNA for recognizing work produced by great journalists working from home. Thank you.
Continuing the tradition of the news media as the fourth estate, the PNA Foundation Public Service Award is presented to the news company that has helped improve the community through public service leadership. Entrants are judged on the following criteria: a significant effort beyond the scope of the newspaper's normal routine, the initiative and activities of the newspaper, and the results of these efforts. Honored with this award is Spotlight PA for their diverse source database for Pennsylvania, an incremental but significant public service project to increase representation and inclusion in journalism throughout the state. The database is a collection of more than 120 Pennsylvania-based experts of color across a broad range of expertises and geographic locations. Similar databases have been created on a national level, but Spotlight PA's diverse source database is the first statewide effort in the United States. Spotlight PA used their leadership role as a collaborative newsroom with more than 60 partners to push forward meaningful, tangible change and to ensure local and statewide news coverage is more equitable and reflective of the community served. Judges noted an excellent solution for a crying need throughout Pennsylvania news operations. This should have a lasting effect in the best ways. For AM, FM, AM only, or FM only stations licensed to cities in the Philadelphia and Pittsburgh markets, the outstanding station is 90.5 WESA FM Pittsburgh.
WESA is honored to accept the 2021 Outstanding News Operation Award from the Keystone Media Awards. Last year, every local story seemed like a national one. and every national one had local implications. January's news of the presidential impeachment was pushed aside in March with the rise of the pandemic's spring surge. Hospitals were overwhelmed with patients, businesses shut down, and people stayed locked in their homes. Over the summer, cities across the country erupted in protest for racial justice after a Minneapolis police officer killed George Floyd. In the fall, Pennsylvania took center stage as an electoral swing state and ultimately became the deciding vote for President Joe Biden. WESA's reporters, producers, editors, and anchors covered all of these stories and did it while learning how to work remotely. We are so proud of the work our newsroom has done, and we're glad to share it with Pittsburgh and Pennsylvania. Thank you again to the Keystone Media Awards for recognition.
For AM, FM, AM only, or FM only stations licensed outside the Radio 1 market, WITF FM Harrisburg is recognized.
We'd like to thank you for this recognition to honor our news department for our work in 2020. Obviously, 2020 was an unprecedented year for all of us, and it was something where we found ourselves challenged in ways we haven't been challenged before, and we had to be creative, and we had to be nimble, and we had to think outside the box in a number of cases. So I just want to thank our staff for their hard work and dedication to presenting the best news service they can to our community, to keep our community educated and informed. And awards are great, but doing the work and making sure our community is an informed community is most important to us. So thanks again.
In Division 2, the Sweepstakes Award winner is the Times-Tribune Scranton.
Okay, campers, rise and shine. Did you hear the good news? We've won the Sweepstakes Award again. I can't believe it. Great work, everyone. See you at the office.
Seriously?
Hey, Rebecca. Yeah, I know you work nights, but you might as well just stay in bed today because we just got the news that, again, this year it's going to be a virtual ceremony, so it's like it's Groundhog Day.
Thank you again for the honor. Hopefully next year we can get together and celebrate together.
Keep on scratching.
The Philadelphia Inquirer is recognized as the Sweepstakes Award winner in Division 1, multi-day publications over 50,000 circulation. The Reader Initiative Award was developed by the P&A Foundation to honor efforts by Pennsylvania newspapers to grow readership through innovative initiatives. The award recognizes projects that could be success stories, while others have been learning lessons. But no matter, every day, newspapers continue to seek new ways to touch readers. Spotlight PA is the 2021 recipient. Editor-in-Chief Christopher Baxter, newsroom developer Daniel Simmons Ritchie, and technology director Carl Johnson are recognized. Their COVID-19 alerts offered a uniquely innovative service, a free, customized county-by-county, weekly visual compilation of the most important trends and statistics delivered by email. Emails included detailed data on how cases, deaths, and testing trended in a particular county and helped Pennsylvanians to make basic decisions in a world upended by the pandemic. More than 4,000 readers subscribed to COVID-19 alerts, with open rates of nearly 40%. Overall, the service took about 4 weeks to design, build, test, and launch, and yet it continues to attract new readers to Spotlight PA each week. Hundreds of those new readers have since converted into subscribers to their daily newsletter, PA Post, while others have become contributing members. Judges noted Spotlight PA met all the criteria for this award, demonstrating growth in readership through an innovative COVID-19 email alert newsletter achieved through the cooperation of its news and technology departments, a clear winner. The G. Richard Dew Award, the PNA Foundation's most prestigious honor for outstanding journalism, was established in memory of G. Richard Dew, former general manager of PNA. This award is given to an individual or organization that has made an outstanding contribution to the community or state through an article or series of articles. Recipients of this award are honored for work that improves the quality of community life, enhances the public's understanding of the role of news media, and exemplifies journalistic responsiveness to matters of public interest. The Tribune Review Greensburg receives the Dew Award for their outstanding story, Tragedy at Brighton, which details the tragedy at a Pittsburgh area nursing home during the early days of the pandemic. Brighton Rehabilitation and Wellness Center became the epicenter of one of the nation's most deadly outbreaks of COVID-19, with 73 dead and more than 300 sickened. But no one was talking. State officials dodged reporters' phone calls. Brighton management refused to acknowledge the tragedy playing out within the walls of the 500-bed facility. 2 Trib Total Media reporters were assigned to the story on a full-time basis to break through that wall of silence. Months of interviews and time spent digging through stacks of inspection reports offered a glimpse of what led to the tragedy, including years of shoddy inspections, lack of management oversight, and absentee owners. With dogged determination and commitment, reporters gained the trust of desperate patients, families, and staff. Because of the lockdown, interviews were conducted through windows, sliding glass doors, Zoom sessions, Skype, and whatever other means necessary. Almost as quickly as Trib's work was published, there was outrage from the public and from advocates for the elderly. Suddenly, Brighton became a priority for those who had remained silent. Days after the investigation was published, State Attorney General Josh Shapiro's office announced he would be launching a criminal investigation. U.S. Representative Connor Lamb vowed federal involvement in the matter, and days later, FBI agents seized documents and other items as part of their probe. More importantly, one day after the report, courageous patients who spoke out against Brighton reported that sudden positive change was occurring all around them. Follow-up calls with those patients indicate those changes have been lasting. Readers appreciated this outstanding journalism, writing emails and letters saying things like breathtaking, eye-opening, amazing, important. This is real journalism. Thanks for trying to shine light where it's not wanted.
Hello, I'm Sue McFarland, Executive Editor at Trib Total Media. On behalf of everyone at the Trib, I'd like to thank the Pennsylvania News Media Association for its prestigious G. Richard Dew Award for our multi-platform investigative project about one of the nation's most deadly outbreaks of COVID-19 at the Brighton Rehabilitation and Wellness Center in Beaver County. Most importantly, we'd like to thank the courageous patients and family members who fearlessly stepped forward to tell the story of the horror-filled days when 73 people died and more than 300 patients and staff were sickened at the Beaver County facility. It was their stories combined with the tireless efforts of our reporters, Jamie Martinez and Natasha Lindstrom, that sparked immediate life-altering changes at Brighton and cast a light on the broken state system of monitoring these facilities. Just days after our report was published, State Attorney General Josh Shapiro announced his ongoing investigation into the tragedy at Brighton. Not long after, FBI agents descended on Brighton to seize documents and other evidence. We eagerly await the outcome of these investigations and hope that our efforts as journalists have protected these most vulnerable citizens and ensured that a tragedy of this magnitude will never occur again.
As we conclude, winners are reminded that certificates, engraved awards, and requested plaques were mailed to winning newsrooms in May. Congratulations to all the 2021 Keystone Media Award winners. Thank you for viewing this virtual celebration. We look forward to seeing you next year and encourage you to enter the 2022 Keystone Media Awards.